Previously on the rise and fall of Nature Boy and carbonation.
Maisha wasn't sure if it was a good idea, but after giving it some thought, she agreed.
I met everybody. I let them know, what I felt, how I thought my son should be treated. And, he assured me everything would be okay. So I said yes, that he could go. And I felt like if this went well, then he can continue to come visit you like, summers and, whenever he has breaks or whatever. So he leaves.
Nature Boy and the group headed to Texas, where they would rent an Airbnb while preparing to head back to Central America. This time they'd be heading to Belize. Over 1,600 miles away from Texas, in Seattle, Washington, was a 24-year-old woman named Kendra Carter.
I had just quit my job because I felt mentally drained. I just felt like I didn't know. I just felt lost, honestly. I just felt lost.
Kendra, who was at a crossroad in her life, had been following the teachings of Nature Boy for a few months, and she felt they resonated with her.
What Bishop was preaching was so intriguing because all I needed to do was submit to nature. He was saying that the water that's coming through the plumbing system in your home is filled with fluoride and chemicals. He would say that's damaging your DNA and your melanin. You need to just use bottled water.
Use Fiji water to cook in. Make sure you brush your teeth. If you're going to brush your teeth in a non-fluoride toothpaste in Fiji water. If you wash your hair, try to get Fiji water. If you can't, it's okay to minimalize and use the tap water to wash your hair or under your arms. But remember, you don't want to wash the skin off. You don't want to wash your first layer of skin off.
So yeah, that's what I did. I did that at home before even ever talking to them.
Tron reached out to Kendra through Facebook Messenger around the end of 2017. They would message each other for a few days until December 5th when he called her for the first time.
He's just like, "Hey, peace, God." And I'm like, "Oh, no one's ever called me God before." Peace, okay. And Eligio got on the phone and he's like, "You need to come here now. If you're trying to come, you gotta get here now." I was like, wow, I felt like it was a now or never type of situation because they're about to leave and they're about to go to Belize. The whole message was urgent. The system is falling. The earth is about to crumble. You better get out of there because you're chosen. Family and everybody that's not chosen, they're not in tune. They don't feel this message, so it's not in them. So don't waste your time explaining it to them. Just get away from them.
5 days after talking to Tron and Nature Boy over the phone for the first time, Kendra boarded a nearly 6-hour flight to Texas without telling anyone in her family she was leaving.
You don't tell your family and friends what you're about to do because they're going to try to talk you out of it because they just don't understand.
Around the same time as Kendra was headed to Texas, young Pharaoh had the conscious community sector of YouTube in a frenzy once again. This time he brought a secret of Nature Boy's past to the spotlight.
Somebody shot me the tape of him doing gay porn, so I started going in on the nigga.
Nature Boy would adamantly deny it was him in the video.
This nigga really pulled up a gay porn, bro. What nigga do that, bro? That's not even me in that video.
Kendra will be shocked when the entire group of nearly 20 people picked her up from the airport.
I come outside and all 18 of them is standing there. They all got out of the car at the airport. And there's people that I had never seen. And I'm like, hi. And they're all smiling. And there's kids with them. There's 2 kids. One of them was Osiris.
At the time of Kendra joining Carbonation, they had been back in the States for 2 months after being deported from Costa Rica. Pocahontas had been gone for about a month, and Nature Boy already had a new wife named Sunny. Sunny had just arrived a few days prior to Kendra. The other kid that was with Osiris was Sunny's 2-year-old daughter. Although Nature Boy had just recently left Pocahontas while she was pregnant, Sunny would later claim that as soon as she arrived, the first thing he wanted to do was get her pregnant.
As soon as I touched down, he talking about we gotta get you pregnant. As soon as I got off the plane, it's not off the plane, but as soon as I made it to the house from the plane, that's what was pushed.
After a brief meet and greet, Kendra hopped in the van with her newly found family and headed to get the process started for her passport.
We immediately went straight to, I think it was a FedEx. They took my passport photo there. They did that paperwork for that.
Before Kendra joined the group, it was understood that she was coming to be Tron's direct. But Kendra had a change of heart as soon as she arrived.
I knew off the when I was at the FedEx, I didn't want to be with Tron. So I'm in my mind trying to figure out, how do I move now? Because this man's trying to push up on me. He's trying to be, and I don't want that. I don't want to be with him. And then we went back to the house at that point.
Once at the house, Kendra was told what everybody's job was and what the rules of the group were.
The rule is you have to get rid of all your stuff. You have to change your name. Those are non-negotiable. You have to put all of your financial belongings into what we would call a pot. And we would use these resources to feed ourselves, travel, etc.
So I gave him my cards, and my credit card, my debit card, and cash, whatever cash I had. It was funny because Osiris is actually the one who told me one of the rules. He was like, we don't use the toilet and we don't use that water either, pointing to the shower, because it's poison. That's what he told me. My name is Sheba now because he named me or whatever. They showed me like where to use the bathroom, which we all use the bathroom in the backyard.
This is not shit, poop, none of that. It's very sacred. When you eat right, when you eat the right thing, you eat from the earth, it is no longer toxic waste. It is organic. It is soil. You get the fruit, you eat the fruit, it eats the soil. This is how you give back. The government is taking this and putting it in the toilet and stealing it and disconnecting you from the universe.
Already it was giving that type of cult, but I really didn't see it.
Kendra wasn't the only one beginning to feel cult vibes. Sonny was getting that same awkward feeling.
I wasn't allowed to meditate. I wasn't allowed to go outside and meditate. I was told that I need to come in and I need to be, he wanted me to like, I don't really know what he wanted me to do, but I guess he wanted me to like vibe with carbonation.
Their typical days were spent listening to Nature Boy's daily teachings. Even the kids spent certain times of the day being taught by different members of the group. As the days passed, Sonny was starting to second guess her decision more and more. The reason she believed she joined the group was seeming to become unrealistic.
I'm a gardener, so that's like big to me. Like, I've been gardening since before I was pregnant with my daughter, or before I had my daughter, and I'm like, are we gonna be growing food? Like, I was super excited. I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna be living off the land. This is my soul's family. Like, we're gonna be growing food. I wanted to grow, like, and I'm like, he was like, no, we don't grow food. Like, it wasn't even an option. It wasn't like, we're gonna wait till we get to Belize and we're gonna grow food. It was like, nah, we not growing food. It's gonna be mad markets out there, mad fresh markets we can go to. And I'm looking like, my nigga, but we can grow our own food.
Sonny would only last 2 weeks with the group. She would later state the reason she left was after she was threatened by Nature Boy.
We had drove from Dallas to Houston to go get passports for me and my daughter. And on the way back, I was feeling a little iffy about the whole polygamy thing because it was new and I didn't really know if it was something that I was interested in or if I was just crazy out of my mind for even considering it. So I had reached out to someone that I call a brother, and I actually emailed him and I'm like, hey bro, am I crazy? My question actually was, do all men seek different women or I can't remember exactly what I said verbatim, but it was something along the lines, do all men want to be with more than one woman or have desires to be with more than one woman? And his answer was yes. And I guess Eligio could kind of feel that I was like kind of inching my way away from him energetically, and he like grabbed the phone like, what, you texting some nigga on my phone? I would hit you if we weren't in Babylon. Mind you, we were in Texas. So basically he's saying if we weren't here, he would put hands on me. At that point, I knew to shut my ass up because I'm not about to have this big ass man putting his hands on me.
About a month after Sheba joined the group, she was shocked when unexpected guests arrived at the house.
They brought investigators out when I was in Texas to say, yo, they went investigated. They talked to my son, asked him all kind of weird questions, and then the dude that did the interview with me, the investigator, already gave me the paperwork that says that he closing the case because he like, we could tell I've been doing it 20 years. You ain't no damn pedophile, nigga. Like, first of all, I invited them to me.
FBI actually came to the house and interviewed Osiris and interviewed Bishop.
what we'd like to do is just have a conversation with you about some social media posts that you've made. Would you be willing to talk to us today about that?
And at that time, I had never actually heard the full video of him talking about his son. And the way he explained it was just like, he doesn't shame his children. You know, he doesn't shame them when they ask about body parts. And also what happened at this house in Texas, 2 of the members that were in a relationship with each other got broken up by Bishop, and Bishop said that one of them belonged to him. And if you know, you know.
It was Velvet and Nature Boy. This all happened in Texas. He was making her the queen, and I loved it. I loved Velvet. I respected her because me and her were the only 2 women that were there from like the beginning.
He was doing the whole love bombing thing, like, I really love you, I really want to be with you, you make me so happy, I really see you as the only woman in my life, I want you to have my children.
Omek is literally having to witness this, like his woman being taken, and he had to be okay with it.
He was told that he was only hurt because he was in his demons and all the rest of that stuff.
Another woman who Nature Boy had named Kawadi had originally come to be with Musa, but weeks after taking Velvet from Omek, he would make Kawadi his wife as well.
Nature Boy liked the way the girl looked because she had slanted eyes. He liked women with slanted eyes. He decided to make her his other wife.
All of that happened at this house in Texas. Next thing you know, I got my passport. We went to Walmart. They bought some solar panels off somebody, like in the parking lot.
We had solar panels. We had tents. We was all. I was basically a survival group. We was able to be in any situation at any time.
Next thing you know, we was on the road.
As Carbonation began making their way out of Babylon, Nature Boy decided to post a video addressing the people harassing him about the gay porno.
I don't got time to play games. I don't really have time to be focused on or get drugged in to bullshit. So I'm gonna address this porn video right now. Damn, Nature Boy, the porn video with the white man. Let's play with the idea that I am the guy in the video, which that's not me. The guy in the video, that's not me. But then again, even if it was Nature Boy, which is not, obviously, right? Why are you holding that against me? Why are you judging me? Why would you put me out there like that when all I'm trying to do is show people how to live and be free? I'm leaving the country. I'm out of here. Me and my team, we out. We packed our bags. We got bags on the top of our shit. We leaving, homie. My mind ain't focused on no fuck shit. I'm about to be in the river in a couple more days eating mangoes.
They would stay in Mexico for a few weeks, but shortly after arriving, Omek decided to leave. The fact that Nature Boy had taken his girl away from him was taking a toll on his sanity.
It was really hard for him to go through that and have to witness and stay there and watch like him be with her.
I went through a spiritual awakening where you begin to see everything for what it really is, and you start noticing all the fucked up shit that's going on.
The Warriors. It's been beautiful, baby. Man. Warriors.
They mashed this up crazy yesterday. Snatched down my man Locks. Let him look close in the eye. Omek the Ancient. Devil got a hold on him.
I'm Omek. I came from Atlanta, and basically how I got here, a lot of crazy life experiences start happening to me at the beginning of this year. It's making me start seeing reality for what it really is.
He was the only person that I saw there that I could potentially have a connection with, whether it was platonic or romantic.
It's no honor. Nah, fuck your bitch. When I was growing up, you fuck with a woman, you fuck with a nigga woman, nigga, you was gonna die. That's it. You never fuck with a nigga girl. You already know what time it is, nigga.
I know you like this lifestyle we're living, getting in tune with Mother Nature. Download these light codes that I've been given, put into action, they could save us. Always giving all that we got. From my heart, I love myself. You're my reflection, I thought I'd tell ya. Separation's an illusion. I am you and you are me. Let's stop fighting one another. If we embrace what makes all us different, love is understanding each other.
Once you my man, girl, it's out of there from the streets. Like once you my man, girl, you're off. I don't even look at you no more. Like that's my man, girl. That's how I come from the streets. Once you my man, girl, that's my sister.
The group would continue on towards their destination of Belize without Olmec.
We went to a lot of different places in between going from Mexico to Belize.
We stopped in Nicaragua at one point. We stopped in Guatemala at one point. We stopped in El Salvador. We stopped in Honduras.
Beautiful places I hadn't experienced, and it was very beautiful.
In February of 2018, Carbonation will finally make it to Belize.
And here we are in beautiful Belize. Here we are. We was in South Carolina. Ohio. We was in Ohio. We was in Atlanta. We was in Florida. We was in Texas. We was in damn near. We went through the whole damn country and left. There is no excuse for nobody no more. They bullshitting.
When Nature Boy arrived in Belize, his 3 wives were Serenity, Kawadi, and Velvet. Serenity had been with him the longest.
I've always been the second wife, and Yaya was the first sister wife. Then I became sister wife with Pocahontas, and then Sunny, she came.
The group will rent a small cabin in the northern section of Belize and had plans to recreate their image and start from a fresh slate.
Where did we stay? Oh, we stayed in like this wooden house, like a house that was in the woods, kind of.
Shout out to the family in the building. Yep. He said, damn, your ass everywhere. Osiris, come pick your toys up for somebody trip and fall on one of them. Put your toys up, play neat. Okay?
My beautiful wife. My beautiful wives.
Thanks for reflection.
Although Nature Boy portrayed it as a happy union, the tension between Kawadi and Velvet was so thick you could cut it with a knife.
Her and Velvet did not get along, and this is when we got to see Velvet changing. Once Velvet got into that relationship, she started changing. She no longer was a meek little student, sweet little girl. Like, she started changing, and she did not like that girl. The girl didn't like her, and I was just there.
It had gotten so bad between the two of them that one day when everybody woke up, Kawadi was gone.
She ended up escaping. She literally, please.
As Nature Boy began to rebrand the image of Melanation, he would change the name to Carbonation.
We no longer Melanation, we evolved into Carbonation.
He also changed his name to Master Teacher Tahuti. When Velvet told him she wasn't interested in polygamy, he dropped Serenity as his second wife.
He was like, yeah, I don't see you in that way. And I said, good, I don't see you in that way either. So it was a mutual agreement that we was just like, let's just be cool.
Nature Boy would urge her and Rambo to get together, which they did.
He was the one that was like, you should be with her. Like, you guys need to be together. And it's for the kingdom. It's for the nation. We need to start having babies and multiplying for the nation.
Nature Boy promised Velvet he would be monogamous and began focusing on her 100%.
Look at my motherfucking queen here though. Say what? Fucking crazy.
Despite Nature Boy's attempt at rebranding himself in Melanation, it wouldn't take long before he would post content online that would stir up the internet once again. The first post will be of him berating Osiris as they walk barefoot through a trail together.
Get up. Good. Drop. Yeah. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. It hurt. I know it hurt. Keep it moving. Yeah. Chuck it up, little nigga. Good. Keep it moving. Yeah. Come on. Keep walking. Keep walking. I know it hurt. What I say?
Somebody sent me that video. My heart was broken because I'm not used to him treating Osiris that way. I guess the way he wants his life set up, he made certain changes in how he does things, and I guess he also made changes in how he's going to raise his children, and that was something I was unfamiliar with.
I'm appalled. He didn't go to help the little boy up. He didn't go to see if he hurt his ankle. He didn't go to see if he broke his wrist. He said, that's what you get, little nigga. You're not gonna sit in Belize comfortable in your treehouse when you're harming and neglecting your own child.
Another post that caused an uproar is when he posted a video collage of Osiris taking numerous poops in the woods.
He videotaped his child pooping. He has a fascination with the anal cavity, and he calls himself Father Tahuti at this point. He changed his name. It used to be Melanation, now it's Carbonation. He changed his name because he was getting such negative stigmas from, perhaps having videos stating that he was okay with having sex in front of his child. He decided when the baby's moving around that the baby can touch his penis after having sex. He claims that people cut and paste the video and it was taken out of context. Nothing can be taken out of context. When you say that you have sex in front of a child and a child touches your penis, I don't care if the video is 4,000 hours long. It is what it is.
People just want to exercise their demons. You see what I'm saying? People are hurt within their own being and found the catalyst to attack and to brutalize. But it's hurtful and it's sad. And you really hurt me when you talk about me like that. You really hurt my feelings. Like you really, if I didn't have self-esteem, I'd probably kill myself the way you guys talk about me. You know what I'm saying? The way people do me online.
Word began to travel throughout Belize about Nature Boy and carbonation. They would label everything from sex traffickers to child molesters. They would soon start getting death threats, and after an incident with a local restaurant owner, they were forced to leave.
Our Belize family can't stop, won't stop to not tolerate nonsense, not tolerate those who are against the divine, not tolerate those who harm nature, not tolerate people who shit on trees. They made sure they rebuked the demon that was living there with their disgusting tribe.
I want to do this particular video right here addressing the people of Belize and allegations and the allegations of pedophilia. Recently, myself and Carbonation have left Belize. We went into town to grab some things. Black American lady, African American, whatever you want to call it. She has an internet cafe. And she immediately, she's like, you're a problem, get out. So this lady pushes me out. Then she does a live video. She tells all the people to Belize, hide your kids, there's a pedophile, a group of pedophiles. You call the whole Carbonation a group of pedophiles. Like we basically go around snatching kids. Later on that day, some of our neighbors come to us talking about there's an ad out about you being a pedophile, you know what I'm saying, and there was talks of, just allegations of, people coming to kill y'all, and it's Belize, so this is a third world country, so I'm not trying to have my son in danger, so we did.
We were on the border in Mexico and Belize hiding.
They would stay in Mexico for about a month and then re-enter Belize. This time they would stay in a different part of the country.
And that's when we lived on that plot of land that was near the water, and we had all the tents and we didn't have a house. And we had to cook on this grill that was manually, we had to manually light and stuff. And I was just sitting out there laying in the sun, sunbathing all day. And then when you get tired of that, you jump in the water. I wanted to get on live and tell people y'all need to get out here. What are y'all doing? What else is there to do but to sit by the water and drink coconuts? I just felt like I was at peace at first. We ended up having to leave this land because it flooded. One night we were in the tents and it flooded. So yeah, turns out some people in the area noticed that we were in need and they allowed us to stay in their guest house.
Miss Connie, the lady Connie, she came over to us and was like, yeah, you can stay in our little house right here next to us, little white lady from America. As she's talking to us, she's telling us everybody's business. She's one of them. She's just running her mouth about people's business, blah, blah, blah. When you see people like that, that means them people will do the same. Anything people do with you, they'll do it to you. That's just the laws of humanity. That's just how humanity is. So when you see somebody gossip, we just kind of tuned her out. We rented a little property from our house, not even a month.
This is the same house that Mama Dia arrived at.
59-year-old Magdalena Sevilla, aka Mama Dia, was an outgoing grandmother and a mother of a son and a daughter. She was originally from Honduras, but had been raised in New York City.
When my mother traveled to go with this group that we had never met, and who myself and my husband did not trust, none of my family members trusted this group. Upon arriving in Belize, she was supposed to be picked up by someone at the airport. And instead, she got a phone call and they said she would have to take a cab out to where they were. And so, we never had a positive reflection or a positive vibration from this group. It made us even more worried and concerned.
Mama Dia joined Carbonation hoping to heal from a heart ailment she'd been struggling with for years.
We were teaching at that point in time, you don't need medicine.
You do not allow a doctor to tell you you have a disease. It's a lie. If you're already on medication, start cutting back on the medication. Start eating your fruits. Start getting your sunlight, planning yourself, taking your money and investing yourself into the tropics.
A few weeks after Mama Dia joined them, they would stop renting the guest house and head to Mexico for a 2-week vacation.
We had left and went to Cancun because we loved that blue water at that beach.
We went to Mexico, to Cancun, and just spent time out there and went to the beach, and we would dance on the beach. All the people on the beach would be watching us.
You know what I'm saying? We in Cancun, we living it up. Hey, do that. You know what I'm saying? We listen to all the, you know what I'm saying, a little reggae music. I'm saying we having a blast, man.
That's where you see that picture of us all in the water and Mama Dia is in there and stuff like that.
During their 2 weeks in Cancun, Maisha took the opportunity to get Osiris back. At this point, he'd been with Nature Boy for 4 months.
Checked the prices for Cancun real quick, and I called and told him I was on my way. He was like, "Oh, we leaving today." I was like, "No, you ain't gotta leave. I'll be there."
Maisha flew into Cancun to pick up Osiris later that day. It was an emotional moment for Sheba, who had grown attached to him during the past 4 months.
I was very sad to see him go because I had spent a lot of time with him. But I know that being with his mom was the best thing for him.
Nature Boy and Carbonation would return to Belize and rent a house across the street from the house they rented from Miss Connie. It wouldn't be long after returning that issues with the neighbors would arise.
We're still using the bathroom outside.
Pooping and peeing inside. That shit don't even make sense. What the fuck, besides humans, poops and pees in a toilet inside of a house? What? Not only that, but it's that we do it without even realizing why we're doing it. That's backwards. Why are we doing things not even realizing why we're doing it? Weird. Just Google, what happens to my poop? Where does my poop go? Where does my poop go? And then a video will pop up and it'll talk about the sewage system. And they're going to talk about it like, oh yes, this is a great invention by humans. But really, it's actually destroying the earth. Crazy. Not even funny. For all you vegans out there who are eating from the earth and then going to poop in a toilet, you are robbing God, because your fruit came from that tree and you're supposed to be giving your pop back to that tree. You're supposed to be giving your soil, which comes out of your body, seeds and all, and goes into the earth, and the organisms break it all down, and then it looks like dirt again. That's because the trees, all the plants are going to use that and convert it into energy for it to grow your fruit again. So you're supposed to be in tune with this constant cycle of life, but you're out of tune.
And then we all would do it in the same area. And that's when authorities started getting involved. And they told us that's toxic to the environment and the people around us. Y'all can't do that here. This is at the same place where Bishop actually preyed on me and coerced me into doing things I didn't want to do.
Despite being in a 3-year relationship prior to joining Carbonation, Sheba was still a virgin.
It's something that at first I chose, and then after a while it wasn't. It was just my body wasn't doing what I wanted it to do.
During her short time with Tron, they tried to have sex a few times, but it never happened, and eventually they split up.
Me and Tron did not work out. We just weren't really a compatible fit with each other.
After breaking up with Tron, she would then get into a brief relationship with Musa. They would attempt to have sex once, but that was unsuccessful.
I was with him for a week. We was just more so friends. We would watch movies together and laugh.
During an Instagram live, Nature Boy would have both Tron and Musa share their experiences with Sheba in graphic detail.
24 with a vagina that won't even let a finger in it. You tried to be with her first try, and you said, I can't get in.
Not even a finger, it was just sensitive, it was very sensitive. So I was trying to get it in, couldn't even do that. It was a flop. I was like, damn.
See how big my pinky is? This ain't that big. I can barely get my pinky in there without hurting. I'm damn, shit.
In that moment, I just remember feeling broken. It was just humiliation. That's what it was. It was a humiliation ritual.